Here in this question, the resolution of forces, we are told that three forces, 10 newtons, 14 newtons, and 16 newtons, acting on a particle, keep it in equilibrium. So we need to note what that is going to mean for us. But our question is that we have to find the angle between the forces, 10 newtons and 16 newtons. So we are to start just like the way the order is. We are to that here, this is the 10 Newton force, okay, and then incline at some angle to it is the 14 Newton force. Then we have the 16 Newton force going to be a counter force that nullifies the effect of those two forces. Then we are going to have their direction like this. In the first case, this will be the 10 Newton force. Here, this will be the 14 Newton force. But in the opposite direction, now you can see this going like this in the positive direction, here in the positive direction. If we add that 16 upward, then it will have to act like this, and that resultant force will not be what we are looking for. We want it to cancel the resultant effect of the 10 newtons and the 14 newton force, so that will need to come like this. So this is actually going to be the 16 newton force. Okay, so this is what we have, and to solve this particular one, we can make use of the parallelogram law of vectors to say we want to complete that diagram. And let me just show that quite faintly. And just say we want to complete this diagram by drawing something like this, and then just completing it like that. You can see this is just already looking like a parallelogram. So we can say we want to find some angle, whatever angle we can find suitable. Maybe I think this is looking very good. We can find this as angle theta, and we can try to solve for the theta. So we want to look at the effect of the forces at a point. So if you say this is the particular point that we want to find the emanation of each of those forces, we can say the 10 Newton force is acting in this direction, which is quite consistent with what we have initially. But the 16 Newton force we need to actually pull like this in the other direction. So what we have inherently is that this is the 16 Newton force, and here this is the 10 Newton force. So this particular location here, this region here, is going to be the angle between the 16 Newton and the 10 Newton force. And if that is the case, this angle that we are looking at is not going to be accurate. It is obtuse. It has to be greater than 90 degrees, because by solving this particular question, we are going to get theta, but that theta is not going to give us our answer. So from here, it's as if we are moving the point of action of the force to this particular location, such that the 10 Newton force is acting here. So that you just need to understand this to be able to get this question effectively. So it's as if we are having this as the 10 Newton force. You can see I just knew it. But then emanating from that same point as the 10 Newton force is the 16 Newton force. And the angle that we are interested in is going to be this particular angle here, which we can see from the diagram that angle alpha, okay, this alpha here, we can see from this diagram that theta plus alpha is equal to be 180 degrees. Why am I saying that? Because they are the angles that are included in a transversal and two parallel lines. We are going to see the parallel lines here now. So here, it is the 10 newtons. This 10 newtons is parallel to this particular 10 newtons that I have here. And you can see the question that we are asked to find is to find the angle between the 16 Newton force and the 10 Newton force. So it's going to be this angle here, and that will be the correct solution to our question. And in that case, if you are to do that, that means that here we can just say our alpha that we are looking for is going to be 180 degrees minus the value of theta. Okay, so the question before us first and foremost is to find the angle theta. And looking at this particular diagram, you know this is looking like a triangle in which we know one of the sides, we know the three sides and one of the angles, and with that we can use the cosine rule. So using cosine rule can effectively help us to solve for this particular unknown angle. And we can just say here 14 is the side that is facing that angle. So the square of 14 is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides, 16 square plus 10 square minus 2 multiply by 16, multiply by 10, cos that angle that we are looking for, which is theta. Okay, so if we just rearrange this and bring the whole of this cosine to the left hand side, we can have it at 2 times 16 is, okay, let me just write that. 2 times 16 multiplied by 10 cos theta is equal to, on the right hand side now we have 16 square plus 10 square minus 14 square. Okay, so 2 times 16 is 32, 32 times 10 is 320, so we have 320 cos theta is equal to 16 square plus 10 square minus 14 square. Let's just use our calculator for that. So we are going to have 16 raised to power 2 plus 10 raised to power 2 minus 14 raised to power 2. That is 160. This is 160. And I can just divide both sides by 320. So here this 320 will cut this 320. 160 here 1, 160 here 2. So cos theta is 1 over 2, which is 0.5. And in that case, theta will be arc cos 1 over 2. And arc cos 1 over 2 is 60 degrees. So we have gotten theta to be 60 degrees, but nobody asks us to find theta. So note where the angle is not just at 60 degrees, just like I explained before. The angle is actually the angle alpha, and from the foregoing we have said that alpha is defined as 180 minus theta, and theta we have obtained to be 60 degrees. So alpha is 180 minus 60, which is 120 degrees. So 120 degrees is the value of the angle between the 16 Newton force and the 10 Newton force. Just look at it that at the point where the forces are acting, they need to pull in two different directions, and that is how we can find the angle to be obtuse and not accurate. All right. So these are the kind of videos that we constantly upload on DaveTut Academy, so that they can help you to build your proficiency in your STEM subjects and be the best that God had created it to be. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, it is free of charge and it's not going to cost you anything, but you will have information and access to all of our videos once we upload them. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click on the like button, click on the notification bell so that you will have notifications of our videos once we upload them. And until next time, God bless you.